Hi, John. Thanks for joining us. You are from Blood Bike Scotland, who the students have chosen as one of our charities of the year for this year. So it's only natural that we kind of got you in with these little interviews to kind of tell us a little bit about yourself and the organisation and what it is that you kind of do for the rest of them.
Yeah, that's brilliant. Nice to meet you, Jade. Blood Bike Scotland, I'm the chairman of the group. The charity's been running since about 2012 initially. It's taken us through a few phases of getting up and running in the Borders, in Lothian, and then we started running in Fife a couple of years ago. So the charity covers 4 NHS regions in Scotland: Lothian, Borders, Forth Valley and Fife, which is primarily what we're looking at here. We are basically a medical transport service. We help the NHS by transporting basically anything that will fit in or on a motorbike, and a car that we've now got as well. And we'll transport anything from hospital to hospital, care home to hospital, patients' homes. We'll do things like samples, specimens, medication, medical equipment, anything effectively that saves the NHS money. Rather than using taxis and couriers, we're effectively doing it for free, therefore allowing them to spend money on primary services, primary care, which is really where it should be being spent.
Wow, okay. So you're based all over. And how long did you say you'd been going? How long has this been?
So the charity was founded back in 2012. It took a little bit of time to get it up and running. We've approached each health board individually, and it takes a little bit of time to explain what we do, who we are. They kind of don't get that we're actually genuinely offering something for free. And each time we've gone through the same process. So Fife, we started in January 2019. We built things up slowly, and then obviously in 2020 things have become a little bit different. So at the start of the year, January through to March, we were doing something like 30 or 40 runs every month, primarily at the weekend. We did 2 weekend shifts, and then in April things changed dramatically, where we were asked to put on a shift between Cameron Hospital and the Victoria Labs. So we do shuttle runs between there 4 times a day, doing COVID sample returns. And our run numbers then shot up. So in April we did 168 runs. May through to June, July, we're doing over 250 runs each month. So you can see the kind of increase in our services, which for a small charity, a small group, was I think amazing how we responded, and a great credit to the people that volunteer for us as to how we've helped support the Fife NHS in particular with their sort of COVID response, I guess.
Wow, that is a massive sort of increase, and well done to your organisation for stepping up and kind of taking that on. I suppose that kind of naturally leads me into my next question then, which is, can anybody get involved, and how would they do that?
Yeah, so anybody can get involved. We've kind of got 3 roles in the charity. One is obviously a motorbike rider. So to do that, you have to be over 26 for an insurance reason. You have to have an advanced motorbike license, pass. So that kind of makes that pool quite a small and specific group of people. However, we also have people on the phones. We call them controllers. So the controllers are our point of contact between the NHS and the riders or drivers. So the NHS will phone our central phone number, somebody will take the details, log everything, pass it on to the rider, monitor the run through to success, and update the documents. So anyone can help us from that point. We have lots of partners, wives, boyfriends, girlfriends, everything. Everyone there can do and contribute. And also, if you're part of the group, then in normal times, we're out fundraising a lot. We do a lot of events. We do a lot of tin shaking. We would love to have come into the college and said hello and met people, but obviously that's a very different time at the moment. But that's also something that people can become involved in with us.
Okay, and how would they contact you if they wanted to volunteer then?
So really, there's contact details through our website. We're very active on Facebook. We have presence on Twitter. In Instagram, slightly less so. You can see the kind of age demographic of the group here. We can handle certain parts of social media, and then the knowledge kind of trails off a little bit. So really through the website, through Facebook, if somebody just sends us a message, we would be more than happy to talk them through what the options are in terms of being able to help and volunteer for us.
Okay. And then I suppose I've got a question, just because it's kind of struck out. I know you're Blood Bike Scotland, so you have to have these criteria, but you said you have one car.
Yes.
Does that mean that you could potentially expand into having other drivers, maybe with their own car, or does it have to be sort of company regulated or charity?
It's a great question. So there are a lot of other blood bike groups that where their volunteers use their own motorbikes or their own cars. Mm-hmm. We've gone down the road of providing and using liveried vehicles kind of thing. So at the moment, again, a car driver has to be an advanced driver, right? Because again, we kind of maintain that level and standard, and it makes it much easier then to deal with things like service levels and insurance companies and that kind of thing. But yeah, we try and keep it with our own vehicles. It helps with the brand. It helps with simple things like going into a hospital and parking. It can be much easier with a branded liveried vehicle than it does if you go in your own car. You have to find the right parking place. All those kind of simple things make it easier to use our own vehicles.
Yeah, I suppose that's a really good point. I hadn't thought about drop-offs and all of those things.
Yeah.
In a vehicle, that's much easier for you.
It's the same if you're attending to somebody's house. I mean, again, we've got high-vis jackets, we've got passes. We're very easily identifiable, and having a liveried vehicle with us also just helps to make that connection if you're arriving at somebody's house to deliver medication or pick something up to take back to a hospital kind of thing.
Very good. So I suppose then I would say, obviously you've had this influx of work, obviously with the pandemic and everything that's going on. You want more to kind of carry and courier now.
Yep.
You have the kind of capacity to be taking on more volunteers at the minute?
Yeah, so we're in that continuous process of taking new people on. There's a sense where you can never have too many people in a volunteer pool kind of thing. We try and as hard as we can to keep our kind of ask of people to a minimum, so people can put as much or as little into the charity as possible. We do have a minimum number of shifts that we ask people to do every 2 or 3 months, which is actually quite a low number, but it means then that we're always looking to increase the pool. People's lives change, people's personal circumstances change, they leave the charity. That's just a normal part of it. So yeah, we're always looking for new recruits, new volunteers, fresh ideas, people with ideas about fundraising, how to do different things. Always open for that. Well,
I'm glad that the students have chosen you to be one of our charities of the year this year, because it means then, at the end of the year, obviously our fundraising are as limited as well, but whatever we can do, I'm glad that we've got somebody who's doing such important work.
No, that's great, and we really appreciate the support. This is a very hard time at the moment, so if you're running a charity and things were going along quite nicely, and then all your fundraising and activities literally stop, and you suddenly look and you go, we actually have no income at the moment. Want to carry on running the service, so your support is just a brilliant time, and as I say, really appreciated and grateful for it.
Brilliant. You're very welcome. I would say you're welcome for me, but it's the students that have voted you in, so I will say you're welcome on behalf of them.
That's great.
And it's been really nice to just have this sort of brief little chat with you to kind of raise awareness as well. A big part of what we do is try and raise awareness of the community and organizations, and kind of build partnerships wherever we can work with people. So it's nice to actually do something, be given the opportunity with the pandemic to do something like this, to kind of have a lasting sort of visual and meet for more. So thank you for joining.
Oh, that's great. Thanks for the chat. That's lovely. Thanks, Jade. Hopefully we might get a chance through the time to actually meet or bring a bike in or say hello in a more personal way, I guess. So that'd be great.
Just restriction dependent, but yeah, I'm itching to do more of those kind of on-campus things as well. But we have to go by the rules, I'm afraid.
Absolutely.
Yes. Right. Well, I will let you go and get on with your very busy day. Thank you once again for coming on. And yeah, we will stay tuned for more sort of stuff in the future, I guess.
Great. Smashing. Thanks very much, Jade. Thank you.